Diego County right about now. We left at probably what, 8? No, it was 8:45, almost 9ish actually. It was 9. Oh, Missy, don't fall down back there. So we left probably like 9ish. It says we're gonna get to El Paso. For our first stop is El Paso, and we'll get there. It looks like at 7:30. So we just take the 8 straight there. So far, so good. Would you say? Comparatively.
Yeah, we reached like for what, not even 30 minutes into the drive, and we had to stop for a potty break.
Yeah. Well, we forgot to have them go before they left.
Well, Adeline went. I never let her in.
Yeah.
But Adeline has smaller bladders. So
That's true. She's younger, and she pees a lot. She drinks a lot more water. So this is a learning experience for us for sure, because this is the first time we did this, and this is definitely challenging.
Well, we just started, so
Yeah.
it hasn't been bad.
It hasn't been that bad, but the cool thing about it is we got I got a hill going on here. We have what is it, that Chase card, which pretty much we've been using as our to pay for hotels, because these are points. We have a ton of points, so
But it's the traveling card.
yeah, the travel card. So if you're military, mind you, I wouldn't use this if you aren't good with credit. If you aren't good with credit, don't use it. But if you don't hold a balance and you pay it off every month, we just use it as our debit card. And so all of our purchases add up to points, and then our points, like I said, we get to use. So we, for the next like 5 days, won't pay for a hotel. And they have all kinds of sweet perks with it. And if you're military, it's normally like a $300 card, and it's $300 annual fee. You get like $300 of travel credit. You get if you're military, it's waived. So that's pretty legit. So we're using Waze to navigate, but we also use this app. I planned the whole trip out on this app called Road Tripper, which it pretty much showed me how much money I'm going to spend on gas too, which is kind of cool. But while you're going through your trip, it will, along the way, you can like, oh, what's around me? What are points of interest? And you can just open up the app and just be like, oh, well, we're in El Paso. Here's cool things, or we're hitting. Shake that near the microphone.
Oh, totally sorry. I didn't know that was the microphone. Jesus.
So, what do you think's the hardest thing so far? Besides that sound.
So far, I don't think anything has been hard.
Yeah. Not yet. Nothing too challenging.
I mean, it's the same. We woke up, took a shower, got the girls ready, so I usually do that myself, so that's not hard for me.
Yeah. I'm sure by the end of it, we're gonna be like, what just happened? What did we get ourselves into?
I think maybe this first day is not gonna be bad. I think maybe tomorrow.
Maybe. So the route we're taking is we're going El Paso to San Antonio. So I think San Antonio is going to be around 12 hours. This is going to be a 9-hour day total. Or I think it was 10. It's about 10 hours of driving. And then from there, we are going to so San Diego to El Paso to San Antonio, Texas. Then from San Antonio will be a short day. We're going to Houston. So in San Antonio, we'll probably go see like the Alamo, which I think would be cool. And then Houston, there's all kinds of stuff that we can do. Like I think the like Space and Rocket Museum is there, stuff like that.
And also keep in mind we have Misty.
Ah, Misty, you son of a. Well, we could just throw her in the hotel.
Leave her in the hotel. Probably just destroy anything.
It's a gamble.
Chance it.
Oh my gosh, Misty, you ruin everything. We love you though. She has this bathroom routine that is very hard to break. Like, she hasn't peed yet this morning. She's very particular on where she goes to the bathroom, which is kind of annoying, especially when she then gets in the car and she's a husky, so she whines. Right, Misty?
She's like, oh, there she is.
She's just got her head poking through. I don't know if they can even see it. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can kind of see the head poking through. Hey girls, what's the most fun thing so far? You're in your Kindles.
Cool. Good talk.
Good talk. So, San Antonio to...
Oh, there she goes.
Oh, there she
Let's
is.
just not say her name.
Yeah.
She was fine until you said her name.
I know. Houston to New Orleans. We still don't know what we're going to do in New Orleans yet, but we have those short days, so we split it up on the back half, because there's nothing between San Diego, really, unless you're going north and whatnot, between, or in my opinion, there's nothing between here and really, like, central Texas. So, sorry if you live in between there. There's nothing there. But I've had this conversation with multiple people, because I've done cross countries. I've done the south route, and I've done the north route before. So the south route obviously going through Texas, and the north route is going through Iowa and Nebraska. Because we're going from here to Alabama, basically, from San Diego to Alabama, and then Alabama up to Michigan. And then from Michigan, we're going to cut across all the way back down to San Diego. Going the north route is a million times worse than going the south route. And the reason being is Texas, and everyone talks about how driving through Texas is miserable. Texas at least has topography. You know, it has mountains, hills, stuff like that. You have stuff to see. When you're driving through Nebraska and Iowa, it's all plains. It's flat as far as the eye can see, and there's nothing but corn for like 9 hours straight. There's nothing. And if you drive through in the wintertime, there's these big gates on the side of the road that close off if it snows too much, and you can't get by the freeway. I mean, it doesn't happen that often, but that's one thing that I hated about driving through. So this will be your first. This is your first cross-country road trip, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my first road trip. Like an official road trip. Like,
Yeah.
I've done 8 hours, 10 hours, but not like
Not multi-day.
3 days on the
More
road.
than 3 days.
Well, I mean, from our first, where we're getting to
Yeah.
now, our first stop.
This is the first time that I've done it in like where I've stopped. Most of the time, when I was single, I just powered through.
Sounds about what a single guy would do.
Yeah. Pull over, sleep in your car for like an hour or so, wake up, and then just finish it off.
Because it's how many hours did we say to Michigan?
It's like 30 something hours.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So I think when I did it that one time, yeah, I almost drove all the way straight through.
And I took my mom straight. It's like
It's almost a
24
little over a
hours.
day. It's a little over a day to where, what is it, Guttersville? I think it's
Is it
Guttersville. It's Guttersville. Or Guntersville or something.
Guntersville?
Yeah, I like calling it Guttersville.
I mean, there's nothing there.
But,
It's funny because the move, not on my day when the movers came to
Yeah.
pack our stuff.
uh-huh.
The guy asked me, so like, you know, what are you guys? Where are you moving? Or like,
Yeah.
so I kind of told him the plan, and he's like, you don't have an Alabama accent. It's like, where's the Alabama accent? I'm like, oh no, I'm not from Alabama. It's like, my mom lives there, but we're not from there.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, that makes sense. And then he's like, why did your mom move all the way to Alabama for? So,
Everyone kind of says the same thing. Like, it's funny because there's that comedian.
not there's nothing wrong with Alabama.
No, it just
Like,
doesn't fit. Like,
Yeah,
Alabama fits a certain personality
Yeah.
to a degree. Yeah. Bible Belt. No, the what is it? The comedian Aziz Ansari. He grew up, I think, in like North or South Carolina. The only reason why he grew up in North or South Carolina is because his parents were immigrants, and the only place that they could, like, you can come to the U.S., but you're gonna live in South Carolina. I don't know how they did that, but it's like it's where you're gonna live. Imagine, like, and he's Indian.
Yeah.
Like that just doesn't.
It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge culture shock. Huge.
Definitely is. Like, my mom, it's very beautiful in Alabama. Like, it's like nice and green, and like it's just. She's still getting used to the weather, the humidity there.
Yeah.
I mean, she's from San Diego, so weather in San Diego, you can't really beat that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she likes it so far. It's very peaceful, very quiet. Oh, Missy, shush.
Life is so hard.
But I've never been to Alabama, so I'm excited to see what it's all about. Where my mom lives is like I think an hour away from the
Birmingham. Yeah.
I believe so.
I mean, it's still a little better than like South Dakota. I remember. I think I told you that. We used to. I mean, you go to like the extreme ends, like up in the north. I mean, South Dakota is technically is in the Midwest, but if you go Midwest and like Idaho area and stuff like that, if you're used to like city living, like your mom, like that would be a rude awakening. Unless you're living in a city, because I mean Alabama is kind of like that in certain areas, but like when we would go to family reunions, because my mom's side of the family is all from South Dakota, and they live in a town, I forget the name of the town, but it's all just my family, and the closest town is like, I'm trying to think of an example, it's like an hour away, it's called Watertown, and from what I remember it was like a small suburb. It wasn't even like that, but that's where you went grocery shopping and everything.
Yeah, that's kind of what she has to do.
Yeah.
A little bit to go grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if the way best I can, she has like her house in like, I don't know how much of land it is, but like she has horses in her backyard.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of that's kind of normal. That's normal.
Yeah. Well, not to her.
Yeah.
She thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And exciting, you know. But and her dog loves playing with horses.
I grew up in Michigan, so that's not really all that like.
Whatever. You're from Michigan. We're from California.
We had an equestrian team at our high school. So, no, it's definitely different parts of the country. This should be cool because we're going from like desert to like Texas desert, then we're going to swampland, Nolans, and then from there going up to Alabama to Michigan where it gets cold, and then we're driving through freaking flats. We're probably gonna stop in Chicago for a little bit. I think Buddy's still there. I don't think you ever met him.
No, I mean if we all go together, that's fine.
Yeah. No, I'm
Not
gonna
just
leave
like
you in the
no.
hotel. See ya. No, he's a recruiter up in not a recruiter. He's pushing boots up in Great Lakes at boot camp. He's a RDC. He's the last person I would ever like. If you were like, who's gonna be an RDC? Josh would be the last person I would ever say. But now he is. People change. He's a good guy. But,
Interesting. Just to add on to the top of like a road trip with the girls, we are doing a 30-day no-yo challenge.
yeah.
So the first and second day and third day were good, and then fourth till like I don't think we yelled today. Did we yell today?
No, we did. So to put this into context, they moved all of our stuff Monday. Today is Wednesday.
Yeah.
We tried to sleep on an air mattress
On
Tuesday or like
Monday night.
Monday night. We're like, this is not happening. So last night we stayed at a hotel. So the past 3 days, it's Thursday, right? No, it's Wednesday. Oh my gosh, everything's just melting together. Monday I checked out of my command. Monday checked out, and they moved everything. They moved our entire house. We had like nothing. So everything we own right now is in this car, besides going on a ship somewhere to meet us in Guam. And also dealing with 2 kids and a dog.
Yeah.